What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA, and yep, we've been waiting and debating for oh so long, starving like Marvin for this long-range box office forecast for the Marvels. And we already know what this is going to be. We already know that this is going to be bad, super bad for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We are aware of that, okay? And everybody that was touting the original film, okay, they're going to come in here making all kinds of excuses. Don't let them do that, all right? Y'all push back on them, okay? Just like Maxine Waters. You push back on those people and you tell them their opinions are not welcome here. You do that, okay? Because look, they're going to say, oh, it made $1 billion. The original made $1 billion. It was one of the biggest hits of that year. And it's like, whoa, time out, okay? That movie came right before Endgame. It came on the heels of one of the biggest films in cinematic history, Infinity War. And then Sam Jackson pulls out the little beeper and it has the Captain Marvel logo. And everybody's like, oh my God. Oh, well, we obviously got to go and watch the Captain Marvel film. And it came out like a month and a half before Endgame. So everybody rushed out to see it. I mean, everybody rushed out to see that. Theaters were packed. You couldn't get a seat anywhere for that. I remember trying to get advance tickets. It was like, dang, I'm going to have to watch this on Saturday. Okay. I couldn't get Thursday or Friday for that joint. And that's how everybody thought that, and that's how important everybody believed this character was. Now, the character didn't matter at all. She was barely in Endgame, right? It was just to introduce the character and make people want to go and watch the movie, all right? Slick marketing by Marvel on their way, okay? Very slick and clever marketing. I give them credit for that, all right? They did a great job, but this character is a nothing burger. And then what do they put this character with? They put her with Miss Marvel, who scored the lowest 5-day viewership of any MCU Disney Plus series thus far. This is her co-star, all right? The star of a show that hardly anybody watched and hardly anybody talks about to this day. Nobody talks about that. And then, yeah, they're going to have Photon in there, okay, Monica Rambeau, all right? She's thrown in there. So it's like, does anybody care, okay? Does anybody care about this? Well, we're about to see. Let's go ahead and check it out. The 2023's holiday movie season gets its first tentpole release on November 10 with the 33rd chapter of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, The Marvels, hitting the big screen. All right, and there you see it right there. Opening weekend range, $50 to $75 million. That ain't going to get it done. That is not going to get it done. They got a domestic range of 121 to 189 million, okay? Let's contrast those numbers, okay? The opening weekend along with the domestic total for the original Captain Marvel. So you can see original Captain Marvel, this what it did domestically, $426 million. $426 million. That was the overall domestic total. They don't even think it's going to hit 200 million. So keep that in mind. And then opening weekend, it did 153 million in the domestic opener, okay? $153 million domestic opening. It's not even going to get half of that, okay? Even at its best, okay? Even at its highest opening weekend range, it's not going to get half of that opening. It's not going to get half of the domestic total. That's, again, based on current projections, all right? So we'll see what it says. But here we go. Let's check out the pros. Now, this first pro, this is pretty much what we already just got through saying, right? That, Captain Marvel had that nice little lead up, from Infinity War, okay? It's like, oh yeah, they pulled out the beeper, so now we all want to know who the hell is this character, what's going on, all right? Everybody was going to go flock to this film, all right? And then it was right before, okay, the massively anticipated Avengers Endgame. Everybody was waiting on that. So we thought we had to go and watch this film, okay? Basically, that's it. But this film has no Infinity War, all right, to lead into it, all right? It has no Avengers Endgame, all right, that we're all waiting to watch, and we got to go and see this film to know what's happening, all right? It has none of that working for it. What's the lead-in for this? What was the lead-in? What's come out? Quantum Mania, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which I don't think has anything to do with anything going on in this film whatsoever, all right? And then you had Secret Invasion and Loki. That's the lead-in for this, all right? So even if you want to say building off of that, there's nothing that you're building off of. I don't even know how any of that is connected to what's going on in Captain Marvel. There's no anticipation for this film whatsoever. So yeah, I don't even know if this is necessarily a pro, okay? This isn't really a pro. This is kind of a con if you sit back and think about it. It's like, yeah, these are all the reasons this film isn't going to get watched. With few significant audience-friendly tentpoles on the calendar this fall and early holiday season, not to mention a dry spell for wide releases in general in early November, audiences could be feeling some pent-up demand for popcorn entertainment. Yeah, could be. Could be. All right? But will there be? Yeah, I don't think so. The promise of Larson teaming up with other MCU characters from the sprawling universe series, Miss Marvel, Iman Vellani, WandaVision, Kabata Rambo, along with Samuel L. Jackson's return as Nick Fury from Secret Invasion.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Yeah, you see, I can't help it, man. I'm sorry, man. There is no way in the world that any of this is going to serve as some kind of, oh man, I've been waiting to see this great team up between Brie Larson's Captain Marvel and then Miss Marvel and then Monica Rambeau and this neutered Nick Fury, all right, that they gave us in Secret Invasion. They destroyed Nick Fury in this stupid show, all right? There's no way in the world people are waiting on this. Gotta be kidding me, man. Could be attractive for the fans of the franchises Disney Plus offered. Man, nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares. You guys are tripping. Mothers and daughters in particular could provide a disproportionately large audience segment for Captain Marvel, which looks to have the most diverse female cast yet for a Marvel film. Yeah, how's that been working out, though? Like, how's the MCU and all of the push, all right, for female representation? They've been pushing it hard through the last 2 phases. How has that worked out? What's the buzz like for the MCU right now? I don't need to tell you guys. It's not good. So pushing a whole bunch of, oh yeah, we're going to get this diverse female cast. All right. Congratulations. Did you make a good movie? Because that's what people care about. They don't care about your diversity if your female cast, if your film sucks. All right. And so far, all of that stuff has not led to good entertainment, which is all people care about. You can put women in films. You can have diverse. We actually don't mind that stuff. As comic fans, as genre fans in general, cool. I just want a good movie. I just want entertainment. And so far, Marvel, they've been so focused on doing diversity that they forgot to entertain people along the way. So yeah, I don't know if this is necessarily a pro either. Debuting over Veterans Day weekend could create some backloading for the film, as the Saturday holiday will be observed on Friday. Yeah, maybe, sure. Why not? Okay, they might get a little bit of extra from Veterans Day. All right, let's go on to the cons, all right, where the real information lies. The Marvel Studios brand has hit several bumps in the road as of late. You don't say. That's the understatement of the year, okay? This shit is crashing and burning as we speak. Despite Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 generating strong legs last summer, its initial $118 million debut was seen as something of a low-end performance for a well-established and beloved sub-franchise. Yeah, 1,000%. Everybody thought, me included, that, okay, Guardians is going to hit $1 billion. Guardians of the Galaxy, and it should have hit $1 billion. It's because Marvel has been so dog shit lately that it didn't hit $1 billion. All right. And I thought, okay, yeah, easily $150 million opening weekend, maybe even more, maybe up to 160, 175. All right. Nope. 120, not even 120. That tells you where the Marvel is. Okay. Because Guardians of the Galaxy, it's loved. Okay. I thought Guardians of the Galaxy, not great, but very good. Very, very good movie. And yeah, this is what it did. The franchise is quite simply miles away from the zeitgeist capturing interest and enormous goodwill that for a time helped every film achieve automatic blockbuster status like Captain Marvel did 4 years ago. That's the truest statement right there. It is miles away from where the MCU was back in 2019. The Guardians result came in the wake of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, dividing many fans and barely doubling its domestic debut with $214 million in their final tally. Yeah, see, this is a huge number to me. This tells you right now, this is kind of where the regular MCU is, all right? Just, you know, the Guardians always kind of seemed like it was a thing on its own, so it did really good in the domestic and the international markets, at least in terms of its success. This is about where I think, you know, the Marvels is going to finish up. You know, somewhere in this range, and it might be somewhere in this range globally. All right. This might be the global total. That's what I mean. This might be the global overall 200, maybe 30, 240, somewhere in that range. I don't think it's going to do that well. I don't think people are checking for this film overseas or domestically. You know, we'll have to see. But yeah, the way Marvel is coming off right now, nah, bro. The reputation of that film, combined with fans' highly divisive reception towards most of the franchise's Disney Plus streaming services, has served to lessen interest amongst casual fans struggling to keep up with the various plot threads and what many feel has become a disjointed post-Endgame MCU. Absolutely, okay? The casuals have checked out, all right? I said that long time ago. I said the casual fans are done. All right, you'll keep the geeks and the nerds, okay? The hardcore, super hardcore MCU fans, they'll stick around, all right? They ain't going nowhere. But the casual fans that made up most of your fan base, all right, you don't get to $1 billion with just geeks and nerds. You gotta invite the casuals in, all right? And then they gotta go and tell a friend, and then they gotta go back and watch it a second time. You know, the MCU was the end thing. Oh, are you watching the next Marvel movie? Everybody was into it. But the casuals have dipped out. They said, you know what, this crap is way too confusing, all right? We got all of these crazy plot threads going on, all right? It feels completely disjointed. Yeah, the casuals are done, man. They ain't coming back either. Social media traction for the Marvels has been noticeably weak in recent months, compounded by concerns that the ongoing SAG-AFTRA labor strike may not resolve in time for Brie Larson to cast and the cast to promote the film. Yeah, I don't know about that, you know. Again, that might be a good thing that Brie Larson can't get out there and run her yap, all right? We've seen all of the stuff that Rachel Zegler and the goodwill that you know, chick has spread for Snow White, and it's probably going to hurt Hunger Games too. All right, so we already know how that is working out. I don't know if Brie Larson getting out there and talking would have helped this film at all. Their absence on the media circuit would be a major blow in Disney's efforts to pitch the film as a fun, escapist experience, leaning into its organic girl power marketing message to bring out underserved female audiences. This is this is a crock of shit. I'm tired of this statement, okay? There's not an underserved female audience. Females go to the movies they want to go to. Okay, look, Barbie, biggest movie of the damn year, is for female audiences. But what is Barbie? Barbie is something that was strictly made for the female audience, all right? And it dives right into what girls like, because girls grew up collecting Barbies. Girls grew up playing with Barbies, all right? Barbie was their thing. Captain Marvel, all right, is in the comic book genre. The comic book genre is what boys grew up playing with. And yeah, there were girls that grew up collecting comic books and all that kind of stuff. Just like I'm sure there's some random boys that were out there playing with, you know, Barbie dolls. All right. But did you make Barbie for them, or did you make Barbie for your female audience? Of course you made it for the female audience, with the female audience in mind. And that's where the Marvel Cinematic Universe has completely gone off the rails. Because they are starting, oh, well, we got to make something for the girls. But women ain't interested in it like that, all right? When it was hot and heavy, when everybody was into it, oh, man, I'm going to all the Marvel movies. I got to see them all, because it was the thing to do. That's kind of way the women kind of follow those types of trends, all right? And they'll go in super hard and heavy when there's something that's mega popular, all right? But when it's not, and it's just kind of falling by the wayside, and now it's back to being something for geeks and nerds only, yeah, they dipped out. All right, they've dipped out, and the box office has proved it. All right, the box offices in Phase 4 and Phase 5 have proved it. So there's no such thing as an underserved female audience when it comes to comic books. All right, make it for the audience that originally cared about this stuff. You'll be just fine. Then you'll make it big and popular. Okay, you'll make it huge and popular, and you'll bring the female audiences in that way. That's how you do it, Marvel. Okay, just follow the bouncing ball. You can't go wrong. But they don't understand it. November competition may be notable with the Hunger Games ballot. Oh, that's right. The Hunger Games is coming out like the next week. All right. This film drops on the 10th. Hunger Games drops on the 17th. So right on the heels of this film, you're going to have this Hunger Games. And this is going to be a disaster because of Rachel Zegler running her mouth about Snow White. This is going to be a disaster. So you're probably looking at a huge box office flop for both of these films. But I guarantee you, the Marvels, that second and third weekend, oh my God, because they got this Wish film coming out for Thanksgiving. The second and third weekend, you're talking about mega drops, all right? The few people that are going to go and check this out, they'll probably go and check out the Hunger Games the following week. The Hunger Games might actually beat the Marvels. That's what I'm thinking right now. It's going to beat the Marvels. But then you got Wish coming out. Yeah, it's going to completely obliterate the market. Yeah, Marvels ain't doing shit. Bearing out all of these concerns, initial pre-sales are alarmingly low for a Marvel Studios film. Yeah, no doubt. Okay. Trends are currently 69% behind the pace of Guardians 3, 72% behind Quantumania, 42% behind The Eternals. Yeah, I went and checked it out real quick just to see what the tickets was looking like at my local theater. All right, so here we go. The AMC website, advanced tickets. Let's check it out. All right. So this is the closest theater to me. I'm not generally going to this one, okay? It's all right. It's an all right theater, but I like to go to see my stuff in IMAX, all right? So if I go to see this, it's going to be at the Delamo 18, all right? So the 5:45 IMAX show. Now, like I said, when I originally tried to get tickets for this, the original Captain Marvel, I couldn't get in, all right? It was backed up all the way to Saturday. There was no chance. All of these joints were sold out. Let's see. Damn. Ain't nobody signing up. Nobody's coming. This theater is wide open. It's just down the middle, okay? Just down the middle, and that's it. And you got one cat sitting over here in the cut. That'd be me, man. I'm the dude that, hey, man, I go to movies by myself because unless it's with my kids, because I don't want some joker next to me. Hey, bro, what happened in that scene? Hey, man, what did you think about this? Bro, I just looked up the end. Let me show you. I can't stand that shit. Get the hell away from me. You know what? I'm going to the film by myself, all right? All right? I go to the films by myself. Every once in a while, me and T might go and check out a flick. But like, yeah, nah, I'm not doing that, man. I can't stand people talking to me in the theater, man. That just bugs me. That was the 5:45 show. Let's check out the 8:30 show. Yeah, I'm over the age of 21, man. That thing cracks me up, man. Same shit. Same shit. Nobody's checking for this film, y'all. Nobody's going to see this crap. This is going to be a huge flop. Unbelievable, man. But this is where Marvel and the MCU has brought us. All right. They talking about the underserved female audience, and this is your underserved female audience right here. The women ain't showing up. How come they haven't gotten tickets yet? All the people that you guys are catering to, where they at? Oh, well, you know, they're going to sign up. And I'm pretty sure by the time, you know, things start rolling around, this theater obviously will get a little bit more filled. All right. But again, just keep in mind, back in the gap. All right. Back in the gap when a Marvel film dropped. All right. This is going to be like the Thursday show. It says it right there. Thursday, November 9, 8:30 p.m. This thing would have been jam packed. All right. This thing, the tickets have been on sale for like 5 days, I think. Right. Or 4 days. This thing would have been jam packed. You wouldn't have been able to get in here. So yeah, this should tell you everything you need to know. Let's check the Dolby Cinema. Sometimes people like to go to Dolby. All right, so Dolby's a little bit better. Dolby's a little bit better. People have filled it in a little bit more. Okay, again, not sold out. This thing would have been absolutely sold out. Okay, 1,000% sold out. So yeah, this is just interesting to me, man. How the Marvels is just not going to get anywhere, in my opinion. Nowhere at all, all right? Let me check one more. Okay, let's check the South Bay, all right? This is like a dine-in theater, you know, delivery to your seat type thing. 6 p.m. Yeah, it's a little bit better, all right? This is where you bring your dates and everything like that, you know. You got couples, you know, a lot of couples in the handicap section. One dude by himself, all right? And again, that's me, man. This dude back up here in the cut, yeah, that's me. With a space in between, I ain't fucking with y'all. Yeah, get away from me. Go over there. Go there. You know, I want to be able to sit here, eat my food, watch the movie, not be bothered, okay? You know, I'm not that antisocial though, man. Most people know me, man. I talk too much. But yeah, I'm like this cat. But yeah, there's still plenty of seats still available, all right? And even these upfront seats in this particular dine-in theater, it's actually pretty good. If you are anywhere behind this third row, if you're on this third row or back, you got a good seat. These rows are kind of rough, but these are actually good seats. Okay, these are good seats in here. But anyway, folks, it's bad, man. It's bad for the Marvel Cinematic Universe right now. This should have been easily one of the top films that people are anticipating, you know, just based on all of the nonsense that they were saying. Oh, it's $1 billion film. It's a sequel to $1 billion film. We're connecting all of these characters from the Disney Plus shows. Don't you want to go and watch it? All right. Based on their logic, this should have been a big film. But we know the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they've ran out of logic, all right? They no longer know what they're doing, and this is the result. This thing is going to flop spectacularly, all right? And I'm all here for it. But anyway, folks, you guys let me know what you think. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.